What's up? Rage Raven 5678 here, and welcome back to another DBD video. A little bit of a commentary, stuff like that, but this video in the background, it's just gonna show how powerful Shoulder the Burden was. Listen, man, I've heard it all. Okay, a lot of people say Shoulder the Burden is such a crazy overpowered perk. Why is behavior not nerf it? Blah 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 blah. And listen, to put it plain and simple, it's because most of the time with Shoulder the Burden, that like if you play the game long enough, you know that the majority of the people that play this game aren't sweaty, plus size, have gamers and stuff like that. No, like most of them, at least on the American servers, are chill. I played against the British people because I got a British friend, and yeah, no, British people are super sweaty. Okay, so but anyways, the whole point is that, like, yeah, I don't want to be that guy that says the only reason why we won this whole match is because of me, because Shoulder the Burden at the right time, blah 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 blah. I think we, like, this match did still, I think we pretty much had this match in the bag, just because the chases were good, the plays were massive, our gen efficiencies was good enough, and plus, of course, my Shoulder the Burden kind of comes in clutch here, but that's all I'll go ahead and say. But yeah, hey, should Shoulder the Burden get nerfed? To be honest, the majority of people that play the game are just average, at least here in America. So I don't know. Plus, I mean, like, after this anniversary, man, I'm actually kind of happy that it seems like behavior has been and it's gonna continue sticking to making this game have a direction of being a party game. Sorry, I had to figure out how to make that make sense. But yeah, but I'm actually happy that this game isn't sweaty competitive. Now, every game is going to have those sweaty competitive players. It's just humans being humans, our natural competitiveness and stuff like that. But if this game really did lean into that sweaty, hardcore esport competitive thing, it wouldn't have been as fun. This game would not be as fun as, it is now, in my opinion. And yeah, I know it's crazy. I'm saying Dead by Daylight is really fun. I mean, now I'm saying that, and I'm playing a whole bunch of Survivor. Playing Killer is a whole different story. I do agree that Killers need some sort of buff. I don't know what though. I'm not a DBD hardcore streamer. I'm not a dev. But I think I consider myself part of that casual audience. But anyways, going back to the whole anniversary of Dead by Daylight, holy smokes, dude, that anniversary was probably their best stream they've had in a long time. Now, I'm not going to go over every single thing that they went over because more than likely you've already seen videos and stuff like that, but there are a few honorable mentions that I have to just express my happiness and joy of, and that is, of course, the number one thing for me personally is that we're finally freaking having Negan in the game. Oh my gosh, dude, like, obviously I am a Rick main. He's my highest prestige survivor, and actually my highest prestige character in the entire game, because I mean, these days I just play a lot more Survivor now. So I'm a Rick main. His character, he clicks with me. I love that he has voice lines, and I love The Walking Dead. I've seen the whole series like 5 or 6 times. I know. Somebody give me a doctor. I am not well. But anyway, I have always been begging for Negan to come in, and finally he's here. We haven't gotten to see which Negan this is going to be, so I don't mind if he's going to be, the good Negan or the bad Negan. I know a lot of people are wanting Negan as a killer, but to be honest, I don't exactly know what killer or like how Negan could be implemented in as a killer, because he's just a dude at the end of the day. And secondly, it would, like, I know that they've done it before in the lore, like with the whole White Eyes theories. For example, Deathslinger, he sees the survivors as the people who wronged him. The Spirit sees the survivors as her father, etc., etc. But I don't know. It wouldn't really make a lot of sense for Negan to go around just whacking people in the back of the head just for the fun of it. Because to be honest, like we in the whole universe of The Walking Dead, we do see the whole series in Rick's perspective. And you know, as somebody who's a hardcore Walking Dead guy, like even I have to admit, but Rick, he's the hero in our story. He's the hero in Rick's story. But he's not a hero in the real world, or I mean the Walking Dead world, whatever. I mean, Rick has done bad, evil stuff because he's human, and he's being so exposed to all this bad stuff that happens to him throughout the series. He, you know, and some of those are very necessary. By the way, look at the sprint burst. Oh my God, sprint burst saves the day. There is so good, dude. But anyways, yeah. So, but Rick isn't entirely a good. I mean, he does become like more of a good person near like the end of the series, but throughout the show, though, Rick isn't technically a heroic, woo, good guy kind of person. And same goes for Negan, by the way. I mean, it really does depend on your point of view. I mean, what Negan did when he first came, you know, to the show, and no, I'm not talking about the person that he kills, which if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it, man. Go freaking watch Walking Dead, bro. It's such a good show. Or at least when like Negan comes out. But yeah, Negan, the way that Negan structured his world, and people who were living in his world is following the rules and being very, very tight and strict on those rules, and admittedly being bullies and stuff like that. Now that isn't a world that I want to live in. I want to live in the world that Rick, you know, made in Alexandria, but it's neither here and there. The whole point is, though, is that whether or not Negan should have been a killer or a survivor, he's going to be a survivor. And honestly, I don't mind if it's the bad Negan or the good Negan. Preferably, I prefer to be the bad Negan because he was just way more charismatic and way more fun when he was the bad Negan, you know, when he was the bully. And I mean, yeah, man, it would be awesome to also have another character in the Dead by Daylight, you know, survivor roster who isn't inherently a good guy. Now there are some survivors in the roster that are already, you know, not nice people, like Dwight. He like poisoned his boss or something. And of course we got Tori Kane, who's, man, I love her skin, bro. Like if Rick wasn't in the game, I would make Tori as my female main survivor, but I'm on my road to getting Rick to P100, so you know it's gonna be a while. Anyways, but yeah, we got Negan coming into it. You know, I just freaking blabbered on for like 20 minutes on him. I'm so happy. But also we got Glenn, who I'm actually kind of tempted. Like I might actually be picking Glenn up because Glenn is such a great, fantastic character, and Glenn deserved a lot more time in The Walking Dead. I'll just say that. And I'm happy he's gonna be in the game. I'm actually excited to see what his voice line is. Hopefully they got the original actor that plays Glenn, Stephen Yu, or I can't remember his name right off the top of my head, but hopefully they got the right actor and he has his normal screams. Yeah, if you don't know, but for some reason Rick doesn't have his actual groans and his moan, but he has his voice lines. Like the original character does his voice line, but somebody else does his like stuff like that. It's weird. Anyways, but yeah, but that's my top thing right there. And then of course the main reveal at the very end of the show, Art the Clown, Terrifier coming to Dead by Daylight. Holy smokes, dude, that's gonna be freaking legendary. Now, there's already been some talks about how Art is gonna work. There's gonna be some new gameplay mechanics, and I think they've already hinted that he's going to be using multiple tools. My idea to make an Art work is very similar to what they did in a Roblox Dead by Daylight light game, where they had Jacket as a killer, and what Jacket would do is he would put on different types of masks, and each mask would give him different abilities, like make him go faster, make him insta down, make him go stealth, you know, just stuff like that. And the whole thing about his mask though is that it was all RNG, so like you don't actually control which mask he puts on. It's random, but it's but I like that kind of stuff. That's why, like in Final Fantasy 14, I love Astrologian, because I like just not knowing what card I'm gonna pull out. But you know, then I have to figure out, oh snap, I got, you know, this card. I got to figure out how I'm gonna, you know, play this, stuff like that right off the bat. It's fun. It makes you use your head a bit. That's my idea for Art the Clown, though. Obviously not to, you know, be a magical wizard, but, you know, just pull out random tools, and whatever tools he pulls out will give him, you know, different abilities, stuff like that. Plus, they gotta own it with the Mori. I mean, they've already said that they're gonna be taking it up the notch when it comes to how gory Art's gonna be. And yeah, if you haven't seen Terrifier, listen, I'm just gonna say I would only watch a compilation of Art the Clown's kills, because that's pretty much what you're gonna go into watching, you know, Terrifier. You know, I guess similar to watching other, you know, certain types of videos on the internet. You're not there for the plot. Let's be honest, okay? You're not gonna watch those funny, you know what videos I'm talking about. You're not watching those types of videos for the plot. You're watching it for the action, and that's exactly what you're pretty much watching Terrifier for. You're watching it for the action, and yeah, man, they gotta kill it with this thing. And apparently, the Art is gonna have multiple different Moris, similar to Jason. So yeah, I'm really interested in seeing how that's gonna work. Like, is Mori gonna be inserted into his power or what?
Yeah, I'm coming to.
But anyways, listen, man, overall I'm very excited for Art the Clown to finally be into DVD. He's got to have some good skins, man. You know, he's got to have the sunglasses. He's got to have the Santa skin that he has in 3. I mean, you know, honestly, I would love it if they gave him that wig that he gets in the, or it's not even a wig, but he actually like scalps a victim in the first movie. Yeah, this movie's a brutal, by the way. And I would love it if he can like, and then he uses like her hair as a you know, like a disguise or something like that. So yeah, man, it gets really intense. And like I said, when it comes to Terrifier, just watch the compilations if you haven't watched the movies, because if you can't watch those movies because of how gruesome they get, I do not blame you. Some of those like kills that he does, they're hard to watch. There's even one kill in the second movie that made my stomach turn, and I was like, oh yeah. And now every time that I go back to watch it, which I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again now that Art is officially coming to the DVD, but I don't know if I really want to watch that scene again. I might actually have to skip that scene. But for those of you who've seen Terrifier 2, you know what like kill scene I'm talking about. Yeah, that scene was hard to watch. But anyways, yeah, this is pretty much the end of the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop talking, because you know, yeah, that was it. But this was just such a good game, and you know, I was like, hey, you know what, let's just have a video just talking about some, you know, some anniversary stuff. And yeah, but everything else they showed in the anniversaries, like the Scooby-Doo collection, the graphic update, the weather system, I'm excited for, man. So congratulations to Behavior. I know they'll never watch this video, but congratulations to them for making it 10 years. Think about how many games make it to 10 years, bro. Yeah, not a lot. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So yeah, hats off to you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching, as always, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.
I'm just going.